Okay, so this is the Oculus Go standalone VR device. It just got released today. This is May 2nd, 2018. And as you can see in the background, I have my old setup with the cardboard, and this is hopefully much more advanced, yet in the consumer price range. That's a lot more affordable and accessible, because I'm all about accessibility when it comes to VR. So this is just a quick video, a quick unboxing video to show you what is inside the box and a little bit of a hardware overview and a bit of advice. Keep the box because it makes a great carrying case. Well, maybe not so much for carrying, but at least for transporting. If you're going to go visit friends or get on a plane or something, save the box because it is very solid, very padded and protective for your new Oculus Go. So let's open it up and take a look and see what we have inside. As I said, yes, it's very foam protected on the inside of the box. And here we have our Oculus Go. This is the headset, and we can take that out. Obviously, it's the headset, and we have straps for your head, so it will set nicely on your head. And here we have the controller. There's a trigger. Looks like there's a trackpad, which is clickable. And there seems to be a back button and the Oculus logo. Not sure what that's for. Maybe that goes back home. We'll have to see about that. Well, first of all, we can take this piece of protective plastic off the trackpad. Very nice feel to it. Very tactile, and I assume you can use either hand with this controller. Now, I've only been using a cardboard that only has a button, a single button on it. So this is going to really advance my personal VR experiences with this controller. So we have that, and we'll put this by the headset. And then there's a box with the rest of the accessories. Again, save the box because it makes a nice little cradle for your Oculus Go. Okay, so we'll stick that back there, and we'll get to some of the hardware setup. All right, so we'll take a look inside this box and see what we have here. Oh, here's a nice little checklist of the items. Headset, we have that. Controller, we have that. This is an eyeglass spacer, so if you wear glasses, it puts a little buffer between your face and the lenses that you can get your glasses, especially larger glasses. So that's kind of nice. I wear glasses, but they're only for driving, so I can see up close just fine, so I probably won't need this as much. This is your charging brick that the USB cable will attach to. And like all devices, use the brick that comes with the product. Yeah, it looks like an iPhone charger, but really use the one that's manufacturer recommended. This is, I believe, 5 volts, 2 amps. Anyway, use this one. Okay, it says so in the manual. And speaking of manual, that's what we have in here. We have the setup manual and some information on care and cleaning and charging with your Oculus Go. So we'll put that here too. We have a cleaning cloth for the lenses. You want to use that and not your t-shirt. And what else do we have here? Well, here's the charging cable that attaches to the charging brick. USB, got it right the first time. And it looks like a fairly standard on the cable, a micro USB plug on the other side. And as we can see in the headset, it would go somewhere right there. Also, there's a headphone jack here. Now, it has built-in speakers where you don't need it, but if you want that extra fidelity or maybe some privacy or that full immersion, you can also use your headphones, but you don't need to, which is another one of the great things about this Oculus Go. So that covers the charging. Oh, and also, not quite, you want to make sure you don't charge while you're using your Oculus. That's in the manual. Not really sure why, but I would rather not find out why and just follow directions. Okay, easy enough. And that's about it for this box. Oh, and we have a battery, a single AA battery for the controller. And the best way to get it in is just give it a little squeeze on each side, maybe a little bigger squeeze, and pull it apart. And you can see we have the battery graphic here. So we're going to put the negative end, the flat end in first, and lock it in there. Stick our cover back on. Looking pretty good. Oh wait, one more thing, the lanyard. This is a great idea because you don't want to drop your controller when you're in the middle of a game or VR experience. So we will put the lanyard on the controller right here. Now you've probably done this before with digital cameras or something like that, and it can be a little annoying getting it in there. I'll have to do that. Maybe have a whole nother video on how to put your lanyard in your Oculus controller, but it can be done and it's a good idea. So we'll follow through on that. Okay, so just to follow up on the lanyard installation, it pays to read the directions. It has it right there. Let's do a quick installation. So squeeze the sides again when we put the battery into our controller cover, and we can see a hole that the lanyard will go through, and then we see a pin onto which the lanyard will be affixed. So let's do that first. We'll put this loop end of it, and here's the tied off end. We'll put that around that little pin that is on the controller and make sure it gets all the way in there. And then for this end, we're going to thread it through the controller cover until we see it on the other end. I pick the knotted end and the adjuster and have that go through, making sure this is still attached because it can come off. Let's just put this back on the mounting pin, hold it tight, maybe with one hand to make sure it stays on there, and then slide the case cover back on, snaps in place, and you have your lanyard. So when you're going crazy with your game or your experience and wow, you drop it, okay, you got it. Back again and back in action with your new Oculus Go and the controller and its awesome lanyard. So let's get back to the headset and see what else is going on with that. Again, this is just a hardware overview and setup. There is a protective film covering the front of it, very nice. Inside here is where the screen, the LCD screen is. You don't need a phone. That's what's awesome about this. You can still use your phone and have a great VR experience. And it looks like there's some more of this protective film covering the bottom part of your Oculus Go. So we'll take that off as well. And we see here we have this very nice head strap. It's a 3-point. You have the strap going around your head and then the top strap. But if you don't want the top strap, look, it comes off with easy to remove Velcro and put on. I kind of like the top strap. It gives a little more support, but you can adjust it. Easy Velcro, adjust the sides, and that is our head strap for the headset. And grab your phone to get started. Well, we're going to grab this and take it out first. Now, this is something you're going to have to do is download the app for your mobile phone, and that's how you're going to set up your device, and that's how you're going to get your account going and download videos and do all the things you're going to do. That will be the next video, will be a software setup and first look at the experience of using this Oculus Go. So we take this out, and yes, there are more plastic protective covers to take care of the lenses. We want to keep those clean, and again, use your cloth and not your t-shirt to keep these lenses clean. Very, very nice. And this is the hardware components and easy setup. Really not much to it. Basically all we did was put a battery in the controller. This will need to be charged. I'm not sure how much of a charge it comes with. I haven't actually tried it yet. But I really just wanted to share the basic hardware. It's standalone. It's actually very light, which is nice. It's actually lighter than the cardboard with a phone in it. So this is quite an improvement. Very soft, kind of squishy foam. It's breathable fabric, so you don't sweat too much. Really just fantastic device from a hardware standpoint alone right now, because actually I have not looked at it through the viewer, that's what it's all about, the experience. But here you have it. You have an unboxing of the new Oculus Go and its components. and I would recommend keeping the box for when you want to take it somewhere or even just store it. You have this nice box, very protective. You can put the controller in here as well as your charging device, and it all fits nicely back into the box. And this is an unboxing and reboxing of the new Oculus Go standalone VR device. I hope you get it. I hope you enjoy it. And stay tuned for the next video on first impressions. Thanks.